YouTube. Just headed out to the old Salamonie Reservoir. Gonna do a little bit of Lost City exploration via paramotor. Got it in the back there. Looking forward to this flight for quite some time now. Been planning it. Not 100% positive exactly where I'm going to take off yet from, but I saw a couple of options, so kind of depending on how the wind looks when I'm out here, we'll decide which one we're going to fly from. But all in all, should be freaking awesome. Hopefully get this thing calculated and dialed in. A little nervous because I haven't flown from any locations like this so far, but I'm thinking I can probably nail it. The winds are pretty calm, a little steady action going on, so we'll see what we can make happen with it, and hopefully make a sweet video.
Interesting one, guys. Not gonna lie. See if I can't get this thing to work out though. That's a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Thank you, Lord. Woo! That'll make your butthole pucker, boys. Oh, snap. Well, note to self, not the best launch spot there. Oh, goodness. Well, hot diggity dog. That was, man, that was something. That was something else. Thank you, Nitro. I appreciate that. Saving my butt on that one. Definitely hopefully good back there with the chase cam. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Oh, man, that is a sight to behold right there, though, isn't it? Hot diggity dog. Let's get a little bit of elevation up in this bad bird. Make sure I'm clear for everything in life. She's a little bit rocky up here, but not too bad. Not sure if it's thermal or wind. Probably a little bit of each, I assume. That wind was a lot more cross action than I had anticipated. I didn't expect to have to run towards the tree line so much. Definitely was not in my my plan of things to have to do. But I suppose that's kind of the nature of the beast. You got to plan for the unexpected. Look at those glorious birds down there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but that's beautiful. Little flock of, I guess, some seagulls. Really concerned about my GoPro back there. I hope it doesn't come out. Definitely, that would be a big stinker if I lost my GoPro, considering I just ordered another one to kind of go along with it. Not as a replacement of, but complimentary. I'm still using my buddy Bart's GoPro. Old Mr. Scary Barry himself. Gotta give a big shout out to that man. Thanks for everything, buddy. Good man. Some glorious birds down there. Looks like somebody's got a campsite set up or something. Looks like a tent there, maybe. I don't know. Hard to say, really. They got a new strobe. I could turn that on. Obviously, I still got a long time till it's necessary to have a strobe on, but I could be strobing it right now. Who doesn't want to be strobing? I'm trying to think of where this city would be, because there's an island. I think it's over that way. Hopefully this is a good angle for my scenario to be at. Tilt it down just a little bit, make sure. But yeah, so out there, I believe, is Monument Island. And apparently is where a city used to be, a little civilization. pretty much like Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis, so that's what we're going to go out and find. If I could find somebody with a nice little lawn or shoot it, honestly, I should have just drove to there and launched off the beach. That probably would have been like 1,000 million quadrillion times better, I would assume. I had a terrible dream last night. I don't know why. I think it was the anticipation of this flight that I got coming on, or the one that I'm currently doing right now. But, so I've been plotting this thing out for quite a while. And I was really hoping for a couple days ago to go, because originally the forecast looked like it would be good. But then, as things would have it, temperatures changed and winds arose. So I don't normally like to fly in anything forecasted greater than like a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Not that I necessarily couldn't, I just don't enjoy getting bounced around that much. I've had some mornings where I was flying and it said 0 forecasted on the ground, but then once I got up in the air, I caught like a 20-mile-an-hour wind, but it was so consistent that you couldn't feel any of it. So that's fine with me. It's just when you're getting bounced around and stuff, that's the things I don't want to have to endure. It just isn't that much fun. Let's go ahead and trim out a little bit here, see if we can get a little bit more speed going on. That helps a little bit. But, yeah, so I had this dream last night, I think because of the anticipation, because then after the other day didn't work out, today was the next big day for it. It's supposed to be forecasted 3-mile-an-hour winds, which that seems good enough to me. So I don't know what the deal exactly was with the dream, but basically it just was a scenario where the glide ratio was just all whacked out, and I was just coming in super hot, and when I went to flare, I just couldn't flare, and, you know, it's one of those dreams like you're trying to punch a bad guy and you can't punch for some reason, you know. It's completely unrealistic. Doesn't make any sense at all, but so that's what happened. Basically just came in and hit the landing, did a little roll action, and sorry guys. Yeah, did a little roll action, and then I don't know, after that I guess it seemed like I was okay. I think I woke up at that point or just wasn't dreaming about that anymore. That's just where my memory cut out, one of the three. But I don't think it was catastrophic, but I'm sure it wasn't good, and I'm sure there was a purchase of a new prop in my dream, and, you know, that'll probably be the next one I dream about, having to buy a new prop. Definitely don't like having dreams like that, though. Puts all this weird, terrible doubt and stuff in your mind. Hey, there we go. That's some ruins right there. Bingo, bango. Ancient civilization has been found right there, even though I'm pretty sure probably 1,000 people have found that from the ground. But we got that aerial view, hitting it with that aerial view. So there's the island, which is normally more islandy than it's currently right now. But we've got a lot of, well, like I said, the reservoir, they lower it down, so we're pretty much just a river flowing around it at the moment. In some spots, streams, you can see up in there, it's mostly just streams. Still pretty cool. We'll probably go ahead and fly over that. Get ourselves some more elevation. I'm sure I could glide to shore at these rates, obviously, considering it's right below me. But I definitely like to be safe. So make sure we got lots of height, so we have lots of options. I don't really want to get stranded on the island. As much fun as that would be, I've actually been stranded on the island before. That's because I had a little boat that I capsized out here. It was a drunken night with a, you know, having a good time. Gotta have a laugh out here. Pirate life, you know, a little bit of rum. Actually, I think it was habanero grapefruit margaritas, which those are pretty darn delicious, which is why it led me to having too many. And then I was actually boating around. I left that island there, little tiny island. So all these little fingerling thingies here are actually their own separate islands when the water's up. So I left that little one after having a bunch of rum and deliciousness and headed this way. And So I had this little makeshift pirate ship thingy that, black sails, the whole deal, the whole lot. Well, it's not actually a pirate boat. It's not actually a sailboat at all. It's like a little aluminum fishing boat. So it's not really meant for having that weight in the top heaviness of all the sails and everything. So I was just kind of cruising along. There's all these dead trees down here. Hopefully you guys can see those. But there's all these dead trees. And I was in no state to be sailing a vessel at midnight, even though it was just a tiny little dinghy and there was literally nothing terrible that could happen. Except the part where I ran into one of those trees because me and my shipmate were not paying attention, so it was capsized. Oh, golly. Feeling like some active flying action. Yeah, a little flat. Lower down. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely bumpy up here than I wanted it to be. But yeah, so basically I capsized the boat. Luckily, somehow I managed to grab my phone as it was falling into the water because the whole boat was flipping over. I don't even understand how I did that, especially in the state I was in. But I had to swim the capsized boat over to this shore here on that island there, that just landmass, and then call for help. Then I was able to right the boat back over, but I had lost all the oars and basically everything from within the boat, aside from my cell phone, thankfully I saved it. But everything else was lost. So I called for help. I called my mom to come get me, because why not, obviously. That's what you do when you're drunk and a pirate. You call your mom. So called up Mom, and she met me out of that bridge right there. I'm going to let that know so I don't steer myself. That bridge right there on the corner. So luckily I managed to get myself to that spot. Sorry, guys. And, basically she picked me out over there, so that was cool. There's the ruins somewhere around in there. I don't know. I'll have to point them out. But, yeah, I'm getting rocked around a decent bit right at the moment, so I'm going to throw in a little bit of active action here and see if I can't slow it down. There we go. So yeah, we're going to head back this direction. Probably just stick over this landmass. It's not quite so frickin' sketchy in case something happens. Maybe we'll head back over to old Bartholomew Berry's house and do a little flight there too while we're at it. But the old hand coldness is starting to set in. Oh, that's the worst part, is not being able to wiggle this hand because I got the throttle. I got to keep holding. I just want to wiggle my fingers and warm them because they're like about to fall off, no doubt. That would just be the worst if you're up here and you got frostbit fingers to the point where they had to get chopped off afterwards. What a terrible thought that is. We're going to shun that thought. We're just going to keep that thought pressed far, far away. Think happy things like sunshine, spicy chicken nuggets, something that warms the soul. Who doesn't like a good spicy nugget? This landing's going to be something else, guys. I'm going to be landing into straight poop. I mean, this stuff is crap. My poor wig. I never get it dirty. This is just going to be awful. It's just going to be a dirty pooper of a time. There's the van. I see her. She's smiling at me. Holy butt cheeks, guys. It's cold. It's so cold. I think I'm going to call this approach numero uno. Don't want to end up the worst. You saved her. Saved it. Oh, that one was That was like my dream, except for I totally saved it. Oh man, that was exciting.
Dude, that was insane. It was probably not the best. But hey, it didn't work out as I had hoped it'd work out. So the takeoff was super sketchy. Super sketchy. I didn't like it at all. It was I don't know, something that was sketchy. It was like that, you know? Really sketchy. The landing, I think I might have pulled a hamstring. No, I'm just kidding. But it was freaking ridiculously fast. But got everything back loaded up. Now I gotta go home and do the lovely task of cleaning everything, unfortunately. But until next time, guys, peace out. I'll see you later.